Geto wasn't born evil. He started as someone who genuinely believed the strong should protect the weak. He devoted his entire life to that. That was his identity. But slowly, we see him looking exhausted. You can feel that he no longer fully believes in it. He keeps saying what he does is noble, but deep down, something is shifting, like a scale. And little by little, the disbelief becomes heavier. And eventually, it wins. From the beginning, Geto really believed that it was the duty of sorcerers, as the strongest, to protect weak humans. And he was truly believed that. He risked his life for it. He built his entire identity around that idea. If you are strong, then you protect. Simple, that's what he thought. It sounds noble, yes, but there's something inside it. When you keep saying the strong must protect the weak, you are also deciding who is strong and who is weak. And Geto clearly saw sorcerers as above normal humans. Even his name, Suguru, can be translated as superior. From early on, he saw himself and other sorcerers as something that more evolved, just higher than average humans. This is what people call a savior complex. When you think you need to be the protector. At first, it gives you purpose, yes. But the problem is, once your identity is built only on being needed, the moment that you don't, it will break you. And Geto didn't just get disappointed. He saw something that cracked his belief. And that crack started with Riko. In the Hidden Inventory arc, Geto and Gojo were assigned to protect Riko. Simple mission on paper, protect the star plasma vessel. That was it. But Geto actually cared about her. He saw her as a kid who deserved to live a normal life, not just some sacrifice for Master Tengen. And then she gets shot right in front of them, just like that. And the part that really stuck with Geto is not only her death, but also the applause. The star religious group, clapping, smiling, celebrating. The same weak humans he believed he had to protect were celebrating at the death of a girl he just wants to save. That moment messes him up. Because according to his own principle, the strong must protect the weak. But what happens when the weak are inhuman? That's called moral injury. Geto didn't explode right away. He just stood there and can only accept the existing reality. After that incident, Geto didn't suddenly turn into a villain. That's important. For almost a year, he kept doing his job like normal sorcerers. He kept going on missions, kept saving humans, kept swallowing curses. And let's talk about that for a second. His ability forces him to consume curses, and he literally describes the taste like a rag used to wipe vomit. That's freaking disgusting. But before, he could handle it. Because in his head, it was for something good, something noble. He told himself it was worth it, but after Riko's death, every time he swallowed a curse, he remembered the clapping. He feels disgusting. Then, Haibara dies on a mission. Haibara is his junior, good kid, sent on a mission that was clearly above his level because there aren't enough sorcerers. And this is normal in their world. Students get sent to dangerous jobs because they lack manpower. And why do they lack manpower? Because sorcerers keep dying. It's a cycle. Geto starts seeing it like a marathon. Sorcerers are running non-stop. But instead of a finish line, all you see is a pile of your friends' bodies at the end. And no one can explain what the final goal is. You just keep running. Keep telling yourself, it's for the greater good. But what if there is no clear end? What if you're just cleaning up a mess humans keep creating? That question starts getting louder in his head. And then Yuki shows up. Yuki is different from the higher-ups. She is not obsessed with just fighting curses again and again. She talks about the root of the problem. Humans are the ones producing curses. Their negative emotions is the root. Jujutsu High keeps cleaning up the mess, but nobody is fixing where it comes from. That idea already lines up with what Geto has been thinking. She explains there are only two real solutions. Teach humans to control cursed energy, or remove cursed energy from them completely. She even mentions Toji as the only known person born without it. And that's when Geto asks the question that has clearly been sitting in his head for a while. Why not just kill all non-sorcerers? Some of JJK fans blame Yuki for this moment, but honestly, that thought was already growing inside him. She didn't plant it. She just gave a little push. Until now, Geto has been living based on duty, on what he thinks is right, not on what he actually feels, and what he feels is tired, angry, disgusted. Then he finds out that Master Tengen is stable even without Riko, meaning all that suffering might not have even been necessary. So now Riko's death feels even more pointless. At this point, his belief is barely standing. Then comes the village mission. On paper, it's simple mission. A curse is causing problems, go there and clean it up. Same job as usual. But when Geto arrives, he just finds 2 little girls, beaten, locked in a cage. The villagers did that to them because they were scared of their cursed power. And that's where he found his own path. Sorcerers don't create curses, humans do. Sorcerers risk their lives fixing problems humans create. And now those same humans are torturing sorcerer children out of fear. In Geto's eyes, curses are born as threats. They don't have a choice. But humans do. They can choose to be good. And they still choose cruelty. That's when he starts calling them monkeys. Not just as an insult, but as a way to separate himself from them. He kills everyone in that village, 112 people, and he saves the 2 girls. That's his decision. In his head, he is still following the same belief. The strong must protect the weak. He just changes who he sees as weak. Not humans anymore, but sorcerers. And from there, there's no going back. After that, Geto fully steps into his new role. He joins and rebrand the Time Vessel Association. He uses them. He takes their money. He collects curses through their connections. He is building something. A world where only sorcerers exist. Eliminate non-sorcerers. If humans are the ones creating curses, then remove humans. That's his logic. Even the way he dresses changes. He chews the Buddha robe, with calm voice and soft smile. He looks enlightened, and in his mind, he probably thinks he is. He is still following the same rule. The strong must protect the weak, and humans are the threat now. Once he locks that idea in, everything he does feels justified to him. And then we get that confrontation in front of KFC, and as we discussed in the Gojo video, if you haven't watched it yet, you should watch it after this because it's very relevant. Geto finally stands face to face with Gojo again, not as partners anymore, but on opposite sides. Geto just talks, calm and direct. He explains his goal clearly, a world only for sorcerers. Then he asks Gojo that question. Are you the strongest because you are Gojo Satoru? Or are you Gojo Satoru because you are the strongest? It sounds simple, but it hits deep. He's basically asking him, is your identity bigger than your power, or are you nothing without it? Because Gojo lives in a world where everyone treats him like a weapon, the strongest one, like a tool, and not a person. The reason that question hurts is because Geto used to be the one who saw Gojo as more than that. Back when they were equals, Geto understood him. But after Gojo awakened and became untouchable, the gap between them grew. Geto started feeling that distance, and in that moment, he attacks his identity. It's not just about ideology, it's about 2 friends who grew in different directions. Gojo accepted the world as it is, and Geto decided it needs to be rebuilt, and that's where they completely split. When you look at Geto's story from start to finish, he never really abandoned his original belief. The strong must protect the weak. That principle stayed the same. What changed was who he saw as weak. In the beginning, it was normal humans. By the end, it was sorcerers. In his mind, he didn't become a monster. He became consistent. If you follow his experiences step by step, you can see how it built up. Riko's death, the applause, Hybera dying, endless missions with no clear end, the village. None of it happened in one day. It was pressure stacking on top of pressure. Instead of rebuilding slowly, Geto chose the extreme solution. And maybe that's the real question his character leaves us with. Not whether he was right or wrong, but how much can someone take before their belief flips completely? If you had to risk your life over and over for people who don't care, people who might even celebrate your loss, would you still protect them? Or would you start thinking the same way he did? That is why Geto's story is so tragic. Because at some point, he truly believed he was saving the world. If I'm wrong about anything, correct me in the comments. I'm always down to hear different perspectives, and tell me which character I should deep dive next. If you enjoyed this one, you already know what to do. Drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and turn on the bell so you don't miss the next breakdown. Thank you for watching. Seriously.